Howdy folks, it's Tulter here. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, and today we're going to continue our Bloomington to Bloomington trip. In the previous video, we flew from Bloomington, Indiana to Bloomington, Illinois. In this trip, we're flying from Bloomington, Illinois to Bloomington, Minnesota, which is really going to be Minneapolis-St International, which is not in Bloomington, it's not in Minneapolis, it's not in Richfield, it's in the unincorporated township of Fort Snelling. Although there's actually even more official name than that. It's in no man's land, basically. Some people around here say it's from Bloomington. Some people say it's Minneapolis. Some people say it's Richfield. It's none of those things. But Bloomington does border the airport. So that's why we're flying to Bloomington, air quotes, Minnesota, from Bloomington, Illinois in this trip. I wanted to show you the flight planning screen. So previous flight, all I did was I selected the airplane, real weather, Bloomington, Indiana, Bloomington, Illinois, IFR low altitude, chose 11,000 feet, let the ATC do everything. But for this one, I wanted to be a little more granular and set it up myself. Same airplane, real life flight conditions, Navlog, it brought us to 14,000 feet. And I selected our departure, and I just did automatic. There's nothing to choose here. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't, but I did choose a parking spot, obviously. Chose Minneapolis, and then I went through all of the options because I wanted to do what you normally would do in real life, because none of these are, the sim doesn't interpolate them correctly. I know the airport very well. I know how it works. That's why I know that it was crazy. Now the weather, 201 degrees. So if we take away the two options, for arrivals, they only use the twins here. They don't use, sometimes they'll use 22, sometimes to land, but not usually unless they have to. They don't use 17 to land unless they have to, but they will take off. So if they're using these two, 12 left and right to arrive, if they use 12 left and right to arrive, they'll actually use 17 to depart. It's kind of cool. But anyway, we're going to use 12 right because that's my favorite one, and the weather works right. So 120 to 200 is 80. If we go over here, 300 to 200 is 100. So better chance of landing into the wind if you use this runway. So what we're going to do, I went through all of these, and I chose one that was close-ish, and then the approach where our nav hopefully gets into the computer and it'll line us up and everything. I hope. So this is pretty much how they do in real life. They go out to Lake Minnetonka, at the intersection of 394 and 494, you turn in, and then you go like the 12 miles in or whatever it is. That's how you normally do it. You go right over Flying Cloud. So this is real life. This is exactly where you would go for 12 right. Just like that. 12 left, you would go around downtown. There's a Lowry Avenue Bridge out by Crystal. Turn around, come in. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to do this. Hopefully, I don't know why it brings this out and then back in. I guess that's the approach part. What if I do this? What if I go direct? There we go. Let's do that. Let's go direct. We're going to leave the way we have to leave because there aren't options. We're going to go direct there, and then join the RNAV 12 Yankee approach. Let's see if it works. Let's see if real weather actually got in there. Why did this change? I had this at 6:41 a.m. or something, so that it'll be sunrise when we get there. Let's actually go like that. Okay, so I just wanted to show you this. We normally don't do this part, so I just wanted to show this to you. And watch out for the troll. And let's hit fly, and let's see if this goes. And here we are, ready to go. Looks like we have awesome weather, and I say awesome not sarcastically. It's an IFR flight, so this will be fun. And we will see how this goes. And there's the sun has already risen a little bit, but the lights are still on. It's still pretty dark. Very, very cool. And they put us right next to the jets. When we get to Minneapolis, we're going to go to the Humphrey Terminal, even though it's jets, just because. And then we'll just pretend there's stairs. I wanted to bring that up. Otherwise, real world weather. Looks like there's some tall buildings in Bloomington. I have been to Bloomington, Illinois. Bloomington-Normal. My wife and I were moving from Minneapolis to Oxford, Ohio, just out of Cincinnati. We didn't want to take an 18-foot U-Haul with a 25-foot car trailer. My wife driving behind, in my car driving a stick for the first time ever. She literally got a 10-minute lesson, not even 10-minute lesson, and then was like, let's drive 1,000 miles. We didn't want to drive through Chicago like that, so we went down around Bloomington, Illinois, and then we decided, hey, let's stop at Arby's. And I pulled this huge truck and a trailer into an Arby's parking lot. And it was a disaster trying to get out. A guy had to help me back up. I had to go through the super, super tight parking lot, cars on both sides the wrong way, turn onto a 4-lane divided road. This truck saw me trying, the big pickup truck saw me trying, so he actually blocked both lanes so I could get through, because it was rush hour. There was a rush hour there. Oh, there's our busted people. Good. Hopefully they drop them off in time. And don't go to the wrong place this time. Please drop your people off with me. And it was scary. I chewed my fingernails so much that it hurt for weeks. So anyway, I have been here before. Alrighty, let's go. I don't know. Yeah, I know, dude. We're getting out of here. Hopefully that bus stops. I don't think they're going to, but whatever. Alrighty, are my rudders working? They are. Is the park and brake set? It is. Fuel and passengers, same group as last time, if I can remember who we had last time, because I recorded that a couple days ago. There's me. Whoops, I had an M&M for lunch. There we go. Was it my wife, I think, and then my best friend and his daughter who just graduated, and was it my kids, I think? I don't remember. We drank some of our water, and we ate a bunch of our food. And we're going to load this more full if we can. Good. Okay, good. All right, we can go up pretty high. Okie dokie. Let me see here. Gonna come up here, make that crash lever go up. Source goes to battery. There we go. We can turn down our panel lights. I don't know why they're so dang bright when you load this thing. Generator to main. Come down here and stop that. Stop. Stop. Stop.
Oral warning.
Thank you.
Okay.
Let's see, cabin lights, access lights, turn all that stuff on. Start the MFD, already did. De-ice test lights, I didn't find them last time. I don't know where they are now. That circuit breaker light over there in the corner. See if we turned it off. Now it's dark. There's the test lights. Nope. There's the test lights. All right, found it. Landing gear test light. Found it. Truck fuel quantity. Nice and high. Alrighty, let's get the engine started. Strobe lights on. Is that? I can't see. It's dark. Strobe lights on. Yoke conditioners to full. Ignition to auto. It already is this time. Wasn't last time. Okay. Ignition to auto. Auxiliary boost pump on. Starter on. And it'll turn off automatically and should start us up. This cold and dark is different than last time. That was really strange. I wonder why. Yeah, I know. Quit dinging at me. I know. Alright, wait till the engine and the oil stabilizes. Guess we should wait a second. And then we'll move along here. Alright, they're going to feather the throttle twice. There we go. Auxiliary boost pump goes to auto. And fuel select confirm auto, which last time it wasn't actually. Now it is. Alright, good. Fuel shift test. Make sure it stays running when you select the other tank. And I think it is. EP trims on. Can't forget that. It'll screw up a lot of stuff. Confirm generator main. Yep. Bleed to auto, which we can't see from here. Oh, this one. Bleed to auto. Turn it up. It's a cold morning. And oxygen above the panel. And de-ice and pitot heat is needed. Yeah, we're cranking all this up. It's cold and humid. We'll turn that on in a moment. Alrighty, let's get this set up now. That one we can't turn off in this one. We can do this though. I think if we go here, we go to wind. My favorite thing is to see the wind in its actual direction. Like so. We'll put that on GPS so we can use autopilot. And then we're going to come over here, discuss the flight plan. And we actually discussed the flight plan. We talked about the whole thing. So never mind, we'll just go like this so we can see what's going on. We'll start the timers in a moment. What else do we need to do? We'll set up autopilot as well, probably. Let's do flight director. We'll use nav. Use vertical speed. at about 1,300 feet per minute. There we go. And stop that. Thank you. Alrighty. Weather, barometer, all that stuff. Here we go. Let's see what they say about weather in Bloomington.
Bloomington Airport information, Alpha 1100 Zulu. Wind 20 tree at 14. Visibility 10. Sky condition, few clouds at 1,200 feet, a few clouds at 4,200 feet, a few clouds at 12,100 feet. Temperature, 2 nighter. Dew point, 10. Altimeter 30.17.
30.17. There you go. ILS, of course. 20.
Direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions.
20 will probably be this one.
On initial contact, you have Alpha.
Right. 20 will be that one. Alrighty, here we go. Tune in, going around. Request IFR clearance. Here we go.
Tango Sierra 4105 ready to copy IFR clearance to Minneapolis. Turtle Soup Tango Sierra 4105 is cleared to Minneapolis Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 20 climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Departure frequency is 128.72 squawk 1211.
Alrighty, climb and maintain
Turtle
10,000
Tango Sierra
feet.
4105 cleared to Minneapolis Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 20 climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Departure on 128.72 squawk 1211.
We also have to reset this.
Turtle Soup Tango Sierra 4105.
Come on.
Read back is correct. Contact ground on
Alrighty.
121.65 when ready to taxi.
Here we go. What's next? Inertia separator can go on now. And taxi lights can come on now. Pulse light can come on. Props forward. Flaps down. Get our clearance to taxi, and we will taxi. Here we go.
Ground Turtle Soup Tango Sierra 4105 with Alpha ready to taxi IFR. Turtle Soup Tango Sierra 4105 taxi to in hold short of runway 20 via taxiway Bravo Alpha Charlie. Contact tower on 124.6 when ready.
Alright, Bravo Alpha
Taxi to
Charlie.
in hold short runway 20 via taxiway Bravo Alpha Charlie Turtle Soup Tango Sierra 4105.
Alright, so we're going to turn around and make 2 lefts and a right. Not to be confused with 2 wrongs, make a right. Actually, we're going to turn on this way, maybe? Oh boy. Oh, dude, duck. Duck or jump. Pick one. Pick one. You too. What are you doing? Yeah, at least he tried to move out of the way. Thank you. Alrighty. We're going to turn left, turn right. And then we'll be out of here. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'll see you at the end of the runway. Oh, I love taking off in weather like this. It's so nice and cozy. Not being sarcastic. Let's get this ready to go so we can follow the path by hand before we engage autopilot. Whoop, keep an eye on that there. Good grief. Alright, autopilot is all ready to go. Let's come up here and turn on landing lights and turn on the dimmer so people's eyes will be adjusted in case we crash. And turn on nav lights too once we come around this corner here. Nav lights as well. There we go. Confirm flaps. Yep. And we will tune in the radio as soon as we get the option to do so. So we might have to go past the stop sign for that. There we go. Takeoff clearance. Here we go.
Bloomington Tower Turtle Soup Tango Sierra 4105 ready for IFR departure runway 20.
And we get our timer ready.
Tango Sierra 4105 cleared for takeoff runway 20.
Alright, clear for takeoff. Here we go. Go through the checklist. Dimmer switch on. Yes. Landing lights. Yes. Nav lights. Yes. Confirm flaps and start timer. And let's get out of here. Get ready on the multi so we can zoom if we have to. And here we go. We'll get out on the runway and then we'll firewall the throttle. And we'll have at it. And as soon as we get lined up with our pink line, we will Engage autopilot. We're climbing to 10,000 feet. And we'll probably climb more steeply manually than 1,300 feet per minute, but that's what it's set to for autopilot to do. So here we go. Everybody, hang on. Can you imagine facing the other way in these planes when you take off? You'd fly forward. You're forward, which is backward. All right, here we go. And let's pop up. And my subwoofer stopped rumbling, so we know we're off. Brakes to stop the wheels, gear coming in. Let's get a steeper climb, flaps coming in. Fly runway heading for a moment. Have a look outside. Very loud, I know. Look at that, it's just gorgeous. Don't hit the tower. And let's make our turn towards our pink line while we continue our climb. Fly by hand a little bit. Look outside while we can. Look at that. And responding radios. Contact Aurora Peoria. Departure.
Going to 128.72 Turtles Hook Tango Sierra 4105.
Got it run. And it's mad at me for over torquing it, making it hot. Looks like we're gonna go right around town here. Let's slow
Peoria
it down a
departure
little bit.
Turtles Hook Tango Sierra 4105 is climbing through 2,200 feet for 10,000 feet. Turtles Hook Tango Sierra 4105 Peoria departure. Continue to CRSI in as planned.
Alright, continue as planned. We are just going to go this route. Whoops, keep climbing. We're gonna go this route until we line up with our pink line. There we go, and fly for a little bit longer. Trim it to keep our climb. Make sure the barometer's correct. Look outside a little bit while we can. Looking good if you ask me. The sun coming through the haze. That's looking good also. Very cool, very fun. Alrighty, we're about to join the pink lines. When we do, we will engage autopilot. So you're about ready, here we go. It'll nose down a little bit. Otherwise, let's wait till we cross the pink line so it doesn't do some weird S-curvy stuff. You know how it'll do that sometimes, you know? Oh, look at this. That's just fabulous. Alright, we're crossing the pink line. Let's turn towards it. And autopilot and see if it does anything crazy. It should be fine. It's nosing down to 1,300 feet per minute. It's lining us up with the pink line, and it's maintaining the attitude we want for both directions, both dimensions. Third dimension too. Alright, yes. And now we're lined up with the pink line. Good. Alrighty. This is all we're going to do, is just let this go for a while. Now we can zoom out a little more because we're lined up here. Whoops, that's in. Okay, we're just going to fly for a while, and when we get to the approach, ATC will tell us hopefully what we programmed in and keep it that way. Or they're going to tell us something else. I really don't care. We're going to keep it the way it's programmed. I'm hoping because I selected RNAV, it's all going to be in the computer. And we'll get all of our fancy things showing up for an RNAV approach. Down to minimums, and then we can take over. I hope. Because last time that didn't work. So here we go. I'm going to give you a whole bunch of, well, not a bunch of sightseeing, but it's going to be like an hour and a half for me. No, almost 2 hours for me. So you get sightseeing. I'll try not to do too much, and then I'll see you when we're cleared for our approach. We'll skip the radio handoffs in between. It's just hitting the one button a couple times. So I'll see you when we're cleared for our approach. we just got our transition and approach clearance right over Red Wing, Minnesota. Mississippi River. We've been following the Mississippi River for a long time. Top of descent we reached a little bit ago. We're headed down to 8,000 feet. Let's turn on landing lights. Now, what else do we need to do for approach? Dimmer switch can probably come on a little bit, but let's do it now anyway. Inertia separator on. We can turn that on. And then gear and flaps when appropriate. We have to keep speed below 230. It says that shouldn't be too difficult for us. Well, let's look outside a little bit. Oh, hang on. We're not done being spoken to yet. We have to do another handoff here. And probably left in a bunch more sightseeing than originally planned, so hopefully it wasn't too much. But those clouds are just so awesome when we were stuck in the clouds, and then we broke through the clouds. I missed the part where we broke through, but that was so dang cool. Well, it's very quiet now that they're going to be turned off in my house. Like, what's going on? You can probably hear it. Okay, more instructions. 29902. Anyway, so we got top of descent, then we had like 4 handoffs, and then our clearance, and then I decided to jump in. So let's look outside and enjoy Red Wing, which I've been to, where Red Wing shoes are made. There's a cute little hotel there. I can't remember the name of it. Red something. Very old-fashioned. Very adorable. Great for a date. Pretty much every adult I've known has gone there on a date. You just can hear everything through the thin walls, if you know what I mean. So, cute little place though, super old. But that's where they make Red Wing shoes, which are my shoes of choice. Well, Skechers or Red Wing. I have both types. Anyway, that's it right there. They have the world's largest boot in their store. Alright, so the weather is totally cleared up for us. Wow. Okay, so we're going to have an easy approach into Minneapolis here. I'm talking like with this big, huge jet. Although it has been a long flight for me so far. It has been hour and 8 minutes. Okay, not that long. In fact, it's probably shorter than the estimate was. Plenty of fuel. We're going to let the computer autopilot follow this as much as we can. I'm hoping... Oh, look at, see, we have a glide slope in there already. So because of the RNAV already programmed in from my flight planning screen, we're going to get information. That's what was missing last video. Now we know. Programming it myself doesn't seem to work. Doesn't seem to do anything. Program it on the flight planning screen. It's probably going to work. So we can have fly it in, or we can let the autopilot do what we want. The big question is, when in this airplane, in this simulator, do we hit approach? Sometimes you have to do it from below the glide slope, sometimes above, sometimes within 40 degrees of an angle off. I don't know. We'll try using it. Oh, there's my hand flying in. Alright, we're almost at 8,000 feet already, which seems low and slow, but I guess if you're in a jet, it would have come down that quickly. Well, let's get our speed up to 230 since we're allowed to do that. And how's everybody doing back there? If we hop back here and look, we can see everybody. Have to pretend they're there. I think people have to go to the restroom. Probably my wife. Alrighty, let's see. We're just going to hang out and fly low and slow until we're given our next instructions. We begin our RNAV approach in 3 minutes and 57 seconds. I'll see you then. If you look out your window to the right, you will see downtown St. Paul. A couple airports there. There's downtown Holman, and then there's South St. Paul Airport. Downtown Holman is right there. I used to do asset protection for a company that used that airport. It's pretty cool. The approach in there is awesome. If you do it by the book, you come in right along the skyline or right along the skyscrapers, like right alongside the buildings. It's awesome. I should try to do it in this, and it's hard because you can see the buildings is rendered in. It's hard in the sim because I'm not that great at following approaches perfectly. I guess we could set up autopilot. I tried doing it before in the sim, and because the wind and the weather screwed us up, but we should try it. The regular RNAV, we just come in right here alongside the buildings. It's crazy. There's a runway there, the buildings. Bam. Super cool. And then up here, if you look, alright, so there's downtown, or Minneapolis Airport, there's downtown. And we're going to fly out to Minnetonka. and take the long 12 right approach in. In this little airplane we don't have to, but we're going to, that's the published approach. Flying cloud is over here. We'll fly by flying cloud. And then we will go in and land. I've mentioned before how I flew this in real life. Once come back from Chicago, super late flight, delayed like a couple hours. Past a rainstorm, we came here. Instead of going all the way out to Lake Minnetonka, they cleared us for an early entry. So we were here. Dude hit the spoilers, brought the throttles back, came straight down like a roller coaster, felt like a roller coaster, turned right here, and boom, turned right in with a really short final and skipped all of this. It was really cool. And the feeling, oh my gosh, I knew what was going on and everything, but the feeling was crazy to actually feel that. Why are my presets all screwed up? That's not number 7. Oh, because I accidentally set it up as number 7. Let me get my presets fixed. Below 210 down to 7,000. Here we go, 7,000.
Maintain 7,000 feet. Keep speed below 210 knots. Turtle Soup Tango Sierra 4105.
Descend. Down, 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 down. There we go. Keep your speed below 210, huh? Well, we're gonna cruise because we're in a little plane. And I'm now in the clouds. Alright, so anyway, I think I told everything I wanted to say. Are we turning already? Yeah, I guess we're about to fly cloud. I said a few extra things that they edited out even. Where's flying cloud? Where are you, flying cloud? Let's get our airplane back. I can't see through the clouds. It should be in front of us. And there's the flying cloud airport. That's how I know where we are in real life when we do this flight. And then we're going to go out through there and then turn around and land at the airport. Again, we don't need this long of an approach, but we're going to follow the published approach. Anyway, there are the lakes. Area Calhoun, Lake the Isles, and Cedar. Okay, we gotta get back inside because we need to land an actual plane.
Descend and maintain 6,000 feet. Turtle Soup Tango Sierra 4105.
There you go. Do we have to do vertical speed? Yeah, canceled us. Yep. Okie dokie. See the glide slope there. Everything. This is gonna be fantastic. It's just gonna take a really long time because normally this is what the fast jets would do. A lot of traffic, right? So on that story I was telling you, we would have cut in here. Boom, short. 4,000. I was wondering where we're going to come down. 4,400. Lot going on. Making the video long, but my IFR videos are much longer because of stuff like this. Keeping in as much as I can. This is way easier than the 727 and X-Plane though. Doing everything manually. But it's fun. It's still fun. Alright, where are we? There's Lake Minnetonka. Carlson Towers are there. So if you look at the corner of 394 and 494, which is back here, there are 2 towers. Actually, sorry, it's up here. 2 towers, the Carlson Towers. I worked one of them. It was fun. It was super cool. Alright, we should be turning pretty soon. Turning down along 394. They're going to have us actually pass it. Interesting. There's our turn. Then we have another turn. Very awesome. In real life, though, you actually turn over this intersection. You turn in like that, right over these towers. You can see them barely. They just disappeared. Then you head down 394, which is that big road there. Yeah, there's downtown Minneapolis right there, which we will have on our left as we approach. It's going to be amazing. I know it means more to me because I've lived here all my life, except for like a year or 2 here and there. But maybe it's fun for you all too. Alright, instead of we do our speed at 210, so let's keep our speed up here to 210 while we make our circles into town. Oh, this is so cool. I know it means more when I actually know where I am, but it's still cool. There are the lakes. There's the Mississippi. There's downtown St. Paul, downtown Minneapolis. 394 going into town. 494 going in the loop. 62, 7. The main road's going in. Now what? 4,000 feet. 4 turtle. 4,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Turtle Soup Tango Sierra 4105.
Got it. Then they're gonna have to do a really sharp corner here by, is that Lake? Yeah, crap. can't remember the name of that lake. How come I can't remember the name of the lake? I know all these lakes. Whatever. Doesn't matter. And then there's Crystal Airport out there. Downtown Minneapolis. Check it out. Yep.
Contact Minneapolis Tower on 123.674
Okie dokie.
inbound on the approach.
We are about to be inbound.
Tower on
Right about
123.675
now.
Turtles Hook Tango Sierra 4105.
Oh, this is so exciting. I feel like I'm flying a huge airliner, though. Doing this ATC stuff and
Minneapolis Tower,
stepping
Turtles
down
Hook
and
Tango
knowing this
Sierra
approach very well. It flies right over my
4105,
house. You can actually see my
northwest,
house
inbound Arnav Yankee
from
runway
this
12
approach.
right
Every house I've
approach.
lived in,
Turtles Hook Tango
except
Sierra
one, you could see, it was kind of like an approach
Minneapolis
path.
Tower. Cleared Arnav Yankee runway 12 right
All
approach.
right.
Altimeter 29.90 winds 200 and 20.
We are cleared. And altimeter.
Cleared Arnav Yankee runway 12 right approach.
And
Turtles Hook
let's keep
Tango
our speed
Sierra
up.
4105.
All right. And there's the runway there, it's lining us up. And if this doesn't grab, then we will hand fly it in. I just want to see what it's capable of doing or not capable of doing, I guess. We'll wait till the glide slope catches up to us because we're above it. Wait, we're above it. That's not going to do us any good if we're above glide slope. Let's hit approach, see what happens. I'm just curious if it's going to bring us down. Cause if, there we go. Hey, it worked that way. Is it supposed to work that way? I thought if you were that far above glide slope it wouldn't work. But it did. Alright, let's get this set up for landing. Yeah, I guess we can do landing gear. Here we go. Slow us down, yo. Interesting that it never put us lower than glide slope this whole time. But it's also interesting that hitting approach worked and grabbed it. But whatever, won't complain. There's downtown Minneapolis, Cedar Lake, Lake of the Isles. You can bike and walk around all those. And thank you, Cedar Lake, Lake Harriet. Where we flew over my house, did we? I don't know. At some point, we flew over 4 of my houses, I should say. And here we go. Cleared to land. Bring us in, please. Bring us in. Gears down. Everything is ready to go. It's just flaps. When we're in flaps range, we are very fast for flaps. I'm not going to try to land on a dime. I know I always try to land on a dime. Probably from all those bush trips and all the tiny GA stuff we normally do. In this case, I'm just going to ride it out and take as long as I can to touchdown. Do we have the skyline? Oh, we missed the skyline. Can we catch it from here? Whoa. It's really rendering a lot of stuff. Alright, here we go. Let's land this airplane. Come on, flaps. Let's get in flaps range. Alright, Minneapolis. See you later. Oh, we just flew over like 4 houses ago. Are we ever going to get in flaps range? Come on. I'm going to have to do flaps early. It says we're low. That's fine. Alright, when should we kill autopilot? Right now? Kill autopilot. And here we go. We're going to land it. This will slow us down. Nose up to slow down and get into full flaps range. Full flaps range. Then we're going to go over to the Humphrey terminal. The main terminal is between runways. Humphrey terminal is over to the right, as is Signature. There's Target and Home Depot going under the dashboard right now. And why is the sim bogging down now? Probably because I've been running it for a long time. We know this area normally doesn't bog me down. It's not my settings. I'm recording this before Sim Update 4 though, so maybe after Sim Update 4 this would be better. Is autopilot trying to... What's going on? I have my autopilot flashing. Is autopilot trying to land? Is that what's going on? I don't think so. I think this is all me. Anyway, this is a terrible approach. A little bit of crosswind. Lots of cross... Oh, that's a big crosswind. Oh, no wonder why I'm having problems. It's the wind. I don't know why it's bogging down. Right wing, left rudder. Let's get in the middle. Get in the middle. Come on. Oh my gosh, this is a terrible crosswind. Oh, why am I bogging down right at touchdown? This is horrible. There, nice and easy. And full left rudder? Full left rudder. Come on. Full left rudder. Why? There we go. Reversers. Dude, that was weird.
4105
Flaps
contact runway,
in.
wind stable.
Why am I getting autopilot flashing? I know I did. What the heck? Stop, 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 stop. What is going on? Weird. Oh, well, whatever. Let's get off this runway. Oh my gosh, this is making me dizzy. What the heck is going on here?
Turtle
Alright.
Sub Tango Sierra 4105 contact ground on
Contact
133
ground.
575.
I will. Right in the middle of the two taxiways. Alright. Acknowledge the contact ground.
133.575 for Turtle Sub Tango Sierra
Yeah, I know parking brake is on.
4105.
Yep. I know. Ground. To parking, but we're going to do our own parking though.
Ground Turtle Sub Tango Sierra
Taxi lights.
4105 taxi to parking.
That can come off. There we go.
Turtle Sub
That can
Tango
come
Sierra
off.
4105 taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Mike Tango cross runway 4 Tango Charlie cross runway 12 right Charlie Alpha Delta Quebec.
Blah, 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 blah. Holy cow. That's what happens when you're in Minneapolis. Acknowledge clearance. Jeez.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway Mike Tango cross runway 4 Tango Charlie cross runway 12 right Charlie Alpha Delta Quebec Turtle Sub Tango Sierra 4105.
And we're off. We can start the time, stop the timer. What was it? Hour and 25 minutes? I think it was actually longer. No, I mean, that doesn't lie, but for me, it's been a lot longer because of prologue and now this and post-log and stuff. Right, text lights on, yes, 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 everything. Switch. Oh yeah, we can do the oxygen switch. We did everything else already. That can actually come off. Let's do that one on. I bumped the wrong one earlier. Flaps up, of course. Whoops, we're on the... Careful. So where we're headed is over where that green airplane is, because here, back here is Signature, which I've been in and out of a lot. Humphrey is Terminal 2. It's over there. Used to be the Sun Country Terminal. Now it's like the Southwest Terminal or something. I can't exactly remember because they keep changing, but we're headed right here. So let's turn left here if we can. And we will head over to that area here. And park this thing. There's not much to say. I'm not going to come up with things to say. I'll see in a moment. Yeah, the flight time wheels up to wheels down was 125, but my video recorder says we've hit 2 hours. So that might be part of why my sim is jogging down. I don't know. Weird. We've flown in and out of here many times without any problems. I don't know what's giving me problems today. Like I said, this is recorded before Sim Update 4, and there's supposed to be a bunch of performance things in Sim Update 4. So if I were recording this afterwards, maybe that would be better. But we've done the frame rate counter thing. I'm still like in the 40s, even though it looks like I'm not. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know. At least the problem stopped where I would lose my screen during the middle of stuff. I was sick of that happening. But not to worry about it now. So here we go. Let's stop right here. Come inside, set the parking brake. If we hop outside, this is the Humphrey Terminal. Now it's smoother. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Maybe I got something running on my computer in the background. It is not sim related. I don't know. It all happens differently. So you go. So here's Humphrey Terminal and new parking ramp and everything. Light rail goes to it. There's the main terminal. There's Signature. The main terminal in the background. St. Paul skyline in the far background. There's a hotel here you can go to. And I stayed in room 727 with my wife. That was pretty cool. And there's downtown Minneapolis. But we're not done yet. We have to pack up the plane. So here we go. Parking brake. I know. Alright, strobe lights and everything can come off. Yep. Fuel select to manual. AP trims off. Air bleed off, which is down. Whoa. This sim needs to take a nap. Conditioners and throttles back, or yoke. Props back, conditioners back, inertia separator off, all icing switches can come off. I turned on the light. I wasn't paying any attention, was I? How long was that on the whole flight? No one said anything. Alright, let's see here. That's off. Ignition can come off. And crash bar. And we'll click through the stop screen. It'll have double entry in the logbook, but I don't care. Alrighty, here we are back outside. Hopefully you enjoyed it. 2 IFR flights in a row. They're really fun, but they're a little bit longer. Makes the videos a little bit longer. I guess I could do a quick IFR, but that's kind of silly with the approaches and everything. So it seems to be the ticket is select your approach based on weather before you start the sim in the flight planning screen. I like doing that better anyway, but sometimes weather changes on us and they're locked in. I mean, we could change it in the sim too, but, or can we? I don't know. There's both downtown St. Paul and Minneapolis at the same time, as well as Lake Nokomis. Alrighty, so that'll be it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Join me for the next one, and I'll see you next time.